back to recording.
You know, Divekick is actually, I believe, Mike's primary game. He's invested a lot of time into it.
Really?
And he is among the best, if not the best player in Alberta. Luke, a very strong Smash player with good fundamentals, and those have transferred over to Divekick quite nightly. Okay. Hand warmers. Dive mirror hand warmers. Let's go. Oh yeah, this is actually an excellent demonstration of that different kick speed that the gems give you.
Oh yeah.
Not next round because he's headshot, but yeah. I don't think we've seen a lot of use of the parabolic arc actually. That's Dive's ground special. Basically, it's essentially the only forward jump in the game.
Okay.
So he goes over in an arc and can cancel that into a kick.
That's kind of scary.
It is rather scary.
Alright, so I guess we're going with the real match now.
Yep.
Kung Pao versus Dive. Kung Pao, really strong character from what I've seen in this tournament so far.
Yeah, she does especially well against dive and kick just because of the nature of their angles. She does an excellent job of punishing them on the way down and kicking them in the shin where they don't have a hitbox. Oh, I believe the names are reversed, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mike is my Ike, a Kung Pao main. Alphakins with the traditional dive. Oh, a headshot by Alphakins. Now this is where the matchup can swing into Dive's favor. If he manages to... Okay, he's electing to build meter instead of going for a vortex with another headshot. He's got kick factor now, but activates it with a poorly placed kick that Mike was anticipating. If you can actually anticipate the kick that your opponent is going to activate kick factor with, and nick them in the shins, then you can steal all of that meter from them, because you do lose all your meter if you activate kick factor and lose while in that state. Another headshot on Alphakin's side, electing to build meter again. Oh, preemptive kick by Mike is my Ike. Alphakin shuts it down. Activates kick factor much more safely this time. Oh, the portal, but Alphakin's quick on the draw, avoids that, punishes with another headshot. Now he already has kick factor, so he's going to elect to go in, and he does. Closes it out, 5-1.
This place cleared out pretty quick.
Yeah, quite a few people have left, you're right. Alright, game 2. Mike opts for the rematch. I think he's fairly confident in this matchup. Although he can play every member of the cast proficiently. So it's difficult to win the counter pick game against him. Oh, an excellent portal.
So how does that portal work exactly? Does she just kick into it after she set it down?
Yeah, basically her ground special places an exit.
Yeah.
And if there is no exit, then she'll basically just portal in place like he did just there.
Okay.
So she pops in, and you can actually hold the buttons to stay in there up to 1 whole second to delay your kick out, and then come out kicking towards your opponent. So you can use it to auto-correct or fake out.
Oh, wow.
Or escape the corner if you've placed the crack on the opponent's side. Like right there, that was fantastic use of it.
Yeah, really interesting character.
Yes, Kung Pao she's very neat in that she's quite vanilla, but also has some very interesting tools in the portals.
Yeah.
And in addition, she actually gained the ability to cancel a kick into portal. Previously, she could only portal from a jump without kicking.
So
but now
really
she can actually, it's fantastic. She can actually cancel any kick at mostly any time into into a portal kick.
Oh, the headshots.
Yeah, punishes that jump with a headshot. Excellent. That's one of Kung Pao's strongest tools against the brothers especially, but a lot of characters, is being able to punish bad neutral jumps from a very far distance. And, not quite a headshot, but excellent use again of Kung Pao's ability to bait into unfavorable situations.
We're gonna see another fraud here.
Oh, he's trying to style on him.
He wants it. He really wants it.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, and he gets it in style.
That was actually one of the most patient rounds we've seen between these players. I'd love to see Alphakins do more of that.
I like how it shows different stages in your portal.
Yeah, that is quite nice. Trying to find her way home, but gets the wrong one every time. Alright, Alphakins goes into the rematch. This is game point for Mike is my Ike. Or rather, set point. He tags him again on the way down. Oh. Alphakins kicks right into that foot. Looks like Mike is my Ike has adapted quite well from the last. Oh, that portal! That was beautiful.
Really
Kung mains you should be watching. That's what you want to do.
Skillful placement with her portals for sure.
That was excellent.
Not even worried about going in.
Wow, he's
really.
That was a little bit
patient.
disrespectful. That was a little bit disrespectful, frankly. He doesn't need the Vortex to win. He's just gonna beat him straight up.
Yeah, no, this is looking pretty difficult right now.
We're gonna see a double fraud. I think we. Oh
my
no.
God. Nope.
Okay, that was too much style.
No fraudulence here, not yet.
No, honestly, I think that second portal was pretty fraudulent.
Yeah.
Oh, smash hard.
Yeah.
Alright, Mike is my Ike adapts from that first game and pretty much runs a train on Alphakins throughout the rest. Nice 3-1 victory.
God, every time I open challenge on my phone, it just crashes.
Yeah.
Like,
challenge is not the greatest to navigate on mobile, that's for sure. Alright, I have to go play Brad.
alright, good luck. So Xavier and Bread coming up, both really fantastic players. Yeah, it sounds like Bread's gonna go do PM first, so I think we're gonna be doing losers bracket instead. Looks like we're waiting on. It's either gonna be Limey and Psych. Oh, never mind. I'm Lion. We are doing Savvy versus Bread now. I got it. Yeah, you won't be able to like put them on, but.
Hello everyone, Mike here. We got Xavier and Bread playing. This is a rematch of Rebel 3, I think it was, a couple months ago.
Yeah, 1 month ago, or Rebel 2.
Rebel 2.
Yeah.
I'm predicting the future, I guess. Alright, so we got.
I believe Bread took it last time, right?
Oh no, Savvy.
No, Savvy.
Savvy
No, right,
beat
yeah,
him.
you're right.
Savvy was playing a redacted mirror. Brett didn't like that matchup.
Yeah.
We got a come match at the start here. Argon Roast. Argon Roast, he's gonna hate me for that. He says it's about a 50-50 matchup, but with Redacted's ground special, you can duck underneath Kong, and you can punish her hard.
Oh, okay.
But Savvy has a lot of experience with the online tournaments and that too, so we'll see how it plays out. Brett's a good corner right there. Got kick factor, so Brett's got to be a little bit worried to start. He's still going in though, keeping the space. Oh, perfect headshot.
Right in the snout.
He's going to be smelling that one for a while. Because versus kick factor. Just plays it safe, doesn't want to get punished, and it happens anyways. Oddly enough, both of these characters are fairly defensive. Not defenseless, defensive characters. You don't want to go in too hard because you can easily get punished.
It's either steep jumps or really horizontal jumps.
Exact opposite. And there we go. Headshot gets too greedy and he gets punished just to reverse their error this time. 4-3 round 8. Here we go. Stand off here. 3 seconds in. Oh, gets the knee. Savvy takes game 1. Now, if you're a Brad, would you consider taking a character switch here, or would you fight it out?
I would probably stick with Redacted. However, I also don't play Divekick.
Well, that's a great opinion you got there. It was 5-3.
I have seen him switch to dive though.
He did switch to dive. Was that in the same matchup, or?
I don't believe it was in the same matchup.
Okay. Well, you got a headshot to start. Not how Brett wants it. Headshots for both these characters can be pretty painful in this matchup. Stare off and we get punished. Not a headshot though, so let's see if Brad can make something out of this. Kong has her portal, though she hasn't been using it much this game. Doesn't need it right now though.
Doesn't want to go too ham with it.
Maybe just getting kick factor, keeping up with Redacted speed.
Oh, sets up the exit though. Ooh, and gets punished.
Went in a little too hard. Brad is ready for that.
So the exit sticks around then.
Yeah, it stays around for the whole round, unless you open it up another one or the opponent kicks it.
Okay.
Sometimes you can use it as a bait, try to get your opponent worried to play around it, and while they're focused on that, you can catch them when they're not looking. But with kick factor here, doesn't go for the portal and is destroyed. In the corner, kick factor. Oh!
What that was last time, a few matches ago when he got kicked and the portal like exploded.
Oh, that happened because I went to do the kick. I just kicked him as I was going through the portal.
Okay.
So like I hadn't entered it yet, so my kick was still active.
Okay.
So with that, Savvy takes game 2. We're up 2-0 here in winners semis. Looks like we have the character change now after that last one. Who's the counter pick? Going with Kenny.
Going with Kenny. Wow.
Actually, that's a pretty smart counter pick because Kenny's shorter than a lot of the other characters. Kong has to change her timing, otherwise she goes over him and can get punished.
Okay. Kenny's like the Edgemaster Mokujin of this game, right?
Yeah, he copies every round. He copies a different stance of each of the characters.
Okay.
He doesn't copy the specials though. His air special has a homing bullet. If your opponents get stuck in it, it freezes them. So you have a couple seconds or a second to punish them while they're trapped there. Now we got a dive right now for Kenny. Just trying to build some meter. See, right there was an example. That would have been a headshot on most other characters, like a normal dive.
Yeah.
But you went right over Kenny and you end up with a headshot. Redact the stance. Oh, sorry, that's Mr. N. You can also use his air special to cancel his kick, and then you can kick again right after it. So you can use it as a bait, kind of like you would with Mr. N's Murnito.
Okay.
But I'm not sure if Brett knows that. We'll wait and see.
Now is he kick now?
Yep, kick stance. He's a little bit lower than the other round. So that's his ground special. It's the same as the homing bullet, except it doesn't follow. It's if you get stuck in that, you end up just frozen for a round or two.
Yeah. Oh, it goes in the air.
Runs out of meter, but he has the line position. Kong's gonna need to come in. Kick factor. Yeah. 3-1. Brad needs to come back here, and he needs it now, or next round.
Preferably now.
Oh, the exit portal. When you have it off stage, you forget it's there, and it's easy to sneak in around like that.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it was there.
I forgot about it too.
Yeah, it sets up another one though. Definitely looking for something stylish here.
Another homing bullet coming in. He avoids it. There goes all that meter. And that's the game. 3-0 for Savvy. He hasn't dropped a set yet, has he?
Nope.
3-0 the entire bracket.
No,
Well, we'll see how he does versus me in the losers or winners finals.
Yeah.
Kong mirror match. Do you still talk, or I don't know.
Let's find out.
I'll go see if I can find another losers bracket too. Or we can do grand finals right now, or winners finals. I think we should let losers catch up a little bit.
Yeah.
Brick, Savvy, Savvy 1-3-0. Savvy 1-3-0. Savvy.
Alright, we got Gribbler versus Red Sky Hypnosis here. So we're on loser side of top 8 right now.
Do you know their actual names? Or just,
Yeah.
Where are they?
Oh, like their real names?
Yeah.
Oh, no idea. I'm really bad at names.
Have you started recording already? Gribbler and Red Sky.
Alright, I have to ask you something actually. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Alright guys, we have losers quarters right now. Gribbler versus Red Sky Hypnosis. Shoals versus Mr. N. Traditionally, this matchup favors the Mr. N as you're able to get above the Shoals player. You can use your Magneto. You match the dive heights. I think Mr. N might be a little bit higher, but with his second jump out of Magneto, you can actually get above her. So we got pretty defensive play there by Gribbler taking round 1. Shoals going in, Mr. N trying to punish, and the float. So just telling the audience here, Mr. N has a slight advantage because you're able to get above Shoals, and she has a hard time trying to keep up if she's not using her specials.
Oh yeah, his jump is so high.
Oh.
And they can both float too. So.
Yeah. So Dr. Shoals was unlucky there, just entered kick factor and took a draw, so she didn't get anything out of it, but lost all the meter. Didn't float soon enough. So Shoals take that one down, 2-1. Both these players here from Calgary. I don't recognize them. I haven't seen them around. Do you know if they played in the other tournaments?
You know, I'm not 100% sure. I think Gribbler was in Street Fighter.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if he played BlazBlue or not. I think he might have.
So he comes from the traditional fighting games.
Yeah.
Red Sky, I'm not sure either. I'm only a Smasher, but I don't even playing that.
Actually, yeah, Gribbler's definitely a Street Fighter guy.
Okay, so we got 2 Street Fighters fighting it out here.
Oh, shot.
And he lost his pedals. He's going to be concussed, not only without the kick factor, but now...
We got the hit and misses.
Oh, that was the end of the round, so it didn't matter. Shoals takes the rounds over the counter pick, so...
Missile's going up his ass right now.
He's complaining he lost for the counter pick. We'll see if he's going for the rematch. Sounds like they've got history with each other. Maybe they're sparring partners. Oh, face off. Didn't have the meter for the Monito, so Schultz takes the round. Goes in too hard, gets punished. Mr. N, you got to do some quick dive kicks to build the meter safely. If you go up too high and too close, you're not going to be able to get above her. Oh, lucky to get away from that one. You don't see him using his ground special though. You can use it actually for spacing. Allows you to get away if you get accidentally a little too close there. Jumps into it again.
It seems like a really good ground special. Just run the hell away.
It's not offensive though, so you don't see it used too often.
What's Dr. Schultz's ground special?
Her ground special actually just is like she flies backwards from the ground.
Okay,
so
it's like that super backdash.
Kind of, yeah. You get to take off to there. You can actually use it to stall it around if you getting close to time.
Okay, so for a counter pick, this is looking really fraudulent right now.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Fraud averted. Not looking good though. He needs to get some choke detection going. Right now, he's just picking bad spots to challenge and then jumping into her kicks. But that's a good one. Schultz tried to cancel it, but got stuck.
Ooh, salty pause.
I was in between rounds. I think we'll allow it. Some neutral game going on here. Schultz cornering Mr. N. Let's see if he can get out of here. Oh, just missed too hard. Oh, air special. Takes the headshot. One more round. One more round, and we got the choke coming. Kick factor pops. Choke detection warning.
I'm so sorry.
Choke detection warning.
Let's see if he can complete the choke. Schultz running away. Oh, no. Fraud prevails.
Getting Apocalypse soaked, sending him in the wrong direction to go to 7-Eleven. I am a terrible person.
It's all good. So we had the fraud detection, that was averted. We had the choke detection, that was averted too.
Oh my god.
Salty rematch to round 3. Let's see if he can
choke.
fraud detection and the choke detection. Both averted. Going into game 3, let's see what we have. Building meter a little more safely now. Schultz is doing the full jumps. She doesn't like coming in low or special, but she comes down and can get out of the way fast enough. Oh, quick dive kick off the start. Sometimes you just don't expect it. Look for a float back, jumped into it.
Keeps pausing.
Spamming buttons when he's mad. I was lucky to be a trade there for Mr. N. He's down 2-0 in the game, down 3-0 in this game. Let's see if he can mount some sort of a comeback. It's not looking too good though. Kick factor, not fast enough. Oh, there we go. Almost jumped into that kick again though. Just got a little greedy. Tried to land unsafely, got punished for it. Slide in the corner,
God.
into a headshot. That's a pretty turning point right there. 3-0 to 3-3. And headshot going into kick factor soon too. If he doesn't get too aggressive here, he might have a shot. Commentator's curse, too aggressive.
Although because he has that protection, he's not in stun right now.
He's on set point though.
Yeah. Could be it.
Kick factor, gets underneath. Oh, going around 9.
Beautiful angle there. This is the most important match of his life right now.
Oh, and it's over. He brought it back to 4-4, but that was a good set. Let's see if we can get another match going.
Alright.
We might just do grand finals right now.
I guess that was actually losers top 16, not top 8. Oh, no, wait, no, never mind. This match was losers top 8. No, never mind. I'm an idiot. It looks like they're setting up the really sexy looking dive kick controllers. Yo, show the controller to the camera. Yeah. Like, look at this sexy ass dive kick controller. That's beautiful. And I believe those are donated to us by our Iron Galaxy. So, really fantastic looking controllers. I like the feel of them. Was that? Oh, really? So, these are very exclusive, unique ass controllers. So, shout out to Iron Galaxy for sending them to us. So I think they're planning on starting winners finals here. Not 100% sure. I have a feeling people are just playing Project M matches right now, and that's why we're being held up.
Perfect, I got a partner. Alright.
I don't think we're that close.
Hey man, we've done like 2 events together.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that life partner worthy for 2 events.
Well, you know, we each have different tastes.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I think you need your mic a bit closer.
Oh, okay. I'll do it the...
Yeah, I just do this. I mean...
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Game sounds pretty low, actually. Maybe we gotta turn it up a bit. There we go, that should be good.
Fraud detection warning. Fraud detection warning.
I would have taken it. It's an actual match. This can't be an actual.
You guys aren't actually starting, right? Okay, cool. No, we just got practice.
Yeah, I guess I should actually put their names in.
Ah, Jeff, they put a space between Sky and Hypnosis. You're gonna be wrong on YouTube.
Should I have not done that?
Ah, it's no big deal. You're gonna be like Doggin Hauer. Yeah, Triple X Red Sky Hypnosis. There's a lot of people in Team 40.
Oh yeah, a lot of them are just doubles. Just the same guy that I've entered in like 100 different times.
Okay. So we got Xavier versus... no, it's Mike is my eye.
No, that's not him, is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Savvy, Mike is my Ike.
Oh really? I'm totally backwards then. Holy shit. I thought it was a different guy the whole time. So we have one match that looks really bad. Anyway, yeah, we got the match going now.
Okay, perfect. Got that Kung Pao mirror. I don't really see too much of a difference when Kung Pao gets stunned. She just simply jumps a quarter foot shorter than she normally does.
Yeah, I never really jumped high to begin with.
No. Oh, and that headshot. Goodness, we might have a fraud to start this off.
Fraud detection warning. Fraud detection warning. Detection averted.
Crisis averted.
Is it Iron Galaxy that gave us the controllers to this? So this is, what, winners semifinals?
This is winners final.
Oh, winners finals, my bad.
Is it? Wait.
Yeah,
pretty sure it is.
I made the tier list, I don't know why I don't know.
Yeah, no, this is winners finals.
Winners finals, alright. So we got winners finals here. Xavier versus Mike is my Ike. Played on controllers donated from Iron Galaxy. Big shout outs to them for the support. We've also got, gosh, what's the name of it now? Edition.
No, it's Divekick Edition.
Divekick Edition, my bad, coming out for Xbox One and PS4 soon.
Yes, from above. Round 1. Dive kick Henderson.
So, Mike is my Ike taking the first round, I believe.
2. Dive kick.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh, and coming back from the stun.
Round
Seems like one of those really sketchy matchups where whoever decides to do the half-screen dive kick a quarter second earlier loses.
Yeah,
round
really tough matchup, I think.
dive kick.
Made even more so by the addition of air portals.
Round 5. Dive kick. Hurry up.
Set down the telecom.
Oh, be a nice deposit for next round.
Round 6. Dive kick.
Oh, it kicks right through the portal. Says not today.
Sets up another one anyway, though.
Well, that'll be good though. If
Round
Savvy sets up another portal in the first kind, he can do a cross up.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Surprised
switching
they
sides
didn't just
now.
go for it right away.
hurry up.
Savvy a little hesitant to do that approach. Oh, but gets it out. So how does the save feature repeat back and forth on this? Is it just like, does it just save it all as one match, but then just skips the in between?
Button check? Okay. I'm just doing a button check right now.
Dive
Sorry, what
kick.
were you saying?
No, the save feature for the stream. Is that just save all three things and just skip through the in between match stuff?
It's just, it's next to the panel writer.
Oh, okay.
So it's really just for this.
Oh, gotcha. And it looks like we're switching to sticks.
Not 100% sure why. Perhaps they're not as responsive as some other sticks would be. Or perhaps they're probably just more comfortable using their arcade sticks. That's more likely what it is.
And assigning controllers now, maybe? Oh, somebody's been postponing that Final Fantasy VIII.
I actually have it on my Vita. So, I haven't installed it on the PS3.
You played it before?
FF8, I played it a long time ago.
Back in the day?
Oh yeah, like, I never used the draw system for the entire span of the game. Then got to Sorceress Adele and just got blown up. Because I kept killing Renoa. It sucked. So I gave up on it, and now I got it again. Now I'm drawing too much.
There's no such thing. I would fight enemies and draw them dry.
Yeah, no, I did
Plus,
that
you
too.
can get Guardian Forces from some monsters.
Yeah.
To draw off them.
Yeah, so I just, every fight I have, I just draw for like hours.
What you have to get is Aura. You gotta mine that
Round 1.
to
Dive
death.
kick.
You just gotta go on the island of heaven and hell and pray to God you don't get a Marlboro. But back to Dive Kick.
Yeah.
Got
Round
Xavier and Mike is my Ike 1-1. Still keeping with the Kung Pao mirror.
Round 3. Dive kick.
Oh, no running from that.
Perfecto. Round 4 大キック
You know, I think I understand the issue they're actually having with the controller,
大キック
because it's kind of set up so that like one side is one button, the other side is the other button. You end up holding it with both your thumbs.
ラウンド
They might not be used to.
大
Well,
キ
that
ッ
makes sense. I did play with my fingers.
Yeah, because a lot of people would be used to playing with their fingers based on the regular controllers. So it is something that would take some getting used to before actually being able to play it properly in a tournament.
Absolutely. You got that tension going on.
Yeah, you wanna be able to focus on your muscle memory more so than anything.
I'd like to hope my audio didn't make it onto the stream earlier for my matches, but
ラウンド
Not sure.
if anybody happens to see that, you'll understand just how hyped the game can get sometimes. I tried to put on a nice face when the rounds ended. for when we turned it back to the game and the players.
Yeah, not sure how sensitive these mics really are, but
No, as long as the audience isn't the sensitive thing.
oh yeah.
It's alright, it's YouTube. We've got 8-year-olds watching M-rated content every day.
Yeah.
We're going by, and
ラウンド 2
Savvy took that
大
last game.
キック
I believe so. Yeah.
ヘッドソン
Savvy took that last game, eh? Mike did? Alright, sorry.
ラウンド
Mike took it.
2-1 for
大
Mike.
キック
I get too confused with the same character on both sides.
Oh yeah, it's just Kung Pao all
Kung
day.
Pao. Enter the
ラ
foot.
ウンド4大キッ
We're waiting to crack that one all day.
Speaking of Kung Pao, what an awesome film that movie was.
Oh, which one? Enter the Fist?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was...
Was there actually a sequel?
クラウンド
I assumed...
Thinking about that.
I assumed Kung Pao was a common enough name. I thought I had heard Enter the Dragon, Enter the Fist. I don't know.
Well, Kung Pao was just meant to be like a parody of it.
Oh, that would explain it.
Detection averted.
Even though Kung Pao herself, a reference to Mortal
大
Kombat.
キック
Yeah, that's definitely Kung Lao, which is why the name is written that way.
Now, what was that girl's name in Katara? Katana. Because some of the win quotes were taken from that as well.
Oh, really?
To defeat your next opponent, use the element that brings life, water, which Liu Kang used against Sub-Zero.
Oh no.
This is Movie Nerd 101 popping up right now.
Mortal Kombat making its way into Divekick in the strangest of ways.
Coming to a theater near you.
Pretty good. So, Mike's my Ike took that, so he's sitting pretty in grand finals right now.
There we go.
Not much to worry about.
What's that?
We got some Persona music blasting on one of the Project M TVs.
I'd have preferred Guile's theme, but all of our televisions are being used right now.
I don't know, Battle for Everyone's Souls is a pretty damn good song,
True.
I have to say.
It's alright, I've got my mobile on me. If I see a choke happen, if I see that fraud come back, I am taking this phone, searching up Guile's theme, and throwing it towards the main stage. I trust with the Guile's theme sailing on it, it'll make a safe landing.
So yeah, to clear up earlier, I actually had the names switched when it was Mike's Mike versus Alphakins playing. So, Mike's Mike was the winner of that one, obviously, since he is now in grand finals.
So after this is all done, do you gonna have to go through the entire day and cut out each match segment?
I'm not going to go through that kind of effort.
Can we at least get my Street Fighter match up?
Was it on stream?
Yes.
Then yeah.
Perfect.
If anything, I can always just find where it is when I upload the video and just link you to that section.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I guess you can just play or just upload the entire Street Fighter as one thing, right?
Yeah.
under FCCG videos. FGCC videos
Yeah.
on YouTube.com.
I'll have to get the login information from that from Farhan.
I actually watched. I watched that Ava versus Duggar performance the other day again, just to see if you could hear me screaming in the background when it was over.
Oh, you definitely could.
I'm a passionate man.
Oh man, the mic I had was so sensitive, you could fart and it would know.
It would just know.
Yeah, like, oh my! I opened this bottle, and yeah, I couldn't hear anything. Like opening it up, and then I put on my headset and I hear like echoes.
Sounds about right. Sup?
Well, you're friendly in Divekick.
Me?
Yeah.
All right. Who are we waiting for?
Phoenix?
Yeah, or bread. Even.
I'll play a friendly.
That's what I think they're about to start.
Are they about to start now? Yeah. That friendly's gonna have to wait. I think the next round's starting.
I got knocked out by Brad though. Losers, but I got knocked out by my own roommate.
Derek, your duds.
Yeah, like to lose to Brad,
Me and Brad brought it close though. 2 each, and then the third one was like 4 or 5.
From above.
So
Down.
Yeah, well, that was sick when you almost got the choke on him.
Oh.
I got too nervous. Yeah, we got Limey and playing Kung Pao and Bread.
Yeah, bread. Yeah,
As-
playing redacted as always.
Of course. What is it? SGL? Bread?
Oh, he's just going by bread today.
Okay.
That'll be too bad for him.
We have abandoned titles in favor of a more casual approach.
Round 4. Dive kick.
But Kung Pao Redacted, not familiar with that matchup, but it feels like it's in Redacted's favor, simply due to that fast jump, able to punish those dives. I say this, of course, and Kung Pao wins the round.
6. Dive kick.
We'll just do that.
There we go.
He is part of Smash Logic Gaming. I guess we should call him that.
7. Dive
And Redacted, very vulnerable. Oh! I could swear the players are hearing me because they are just turning around every point of commentary I attempt to make here.
Although I don't think you're being that loud, especially since the guys over here are being much louder.
Yeah. Do I need to bring a little bit more hype back and start screaming into the mic? I told myself, I was talking to Matt before I came over here, and I'm like, he's like, "Do you want to commentate, man?" I was like, "All right, I'll do it." I gotta take a second to tone myself down though.
Yeah, no, that'd be a rip in peace headphones users thing. If that were to happen,
Yeah.
like this mic already is more sensitive.
Have you ever watched Constantine?
Yes.
That is the perfect example I give to people about volume. What's the word I'm looking for? Fluctuation.
Oh,
Because
God.
the dialogue in Constantine, your TV needs to be at 100. But so help you God if you don't know an action scene is coming up.
Oh yeah. I believe they call that whisper explosion.
That sounds about right.
That happens to a lot of films actually. It really pisses me off.
Sort of the same thing. Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
You're gifted with silence for an exuberant amount of time, followed by a lot of noise.
I think they're designed to only function correctly if you have like 5.1 surround sound.
Sounds about right. You know, an interesting mechanic that not a lot of people know about Paranormal Activity is at the beginning of the movie they'll put in a very low bass, and you'll get used to hearing it like white noise and just discredit it.
Yeah.
And during the normal parts, you'll still hear the bass, but you won't pay it any mind. And then once the really scary parts come up, you'll take the bass away, so it gives silence another level.
Oh, okay. Definitely a good idea.
It's the only reason I credit the movies.
It's important to have good audio in a scary film. Like, that's like 90% of it, I think.
Absolutely. I've watched compilations of very scary movies with hilarious background music before. Quite an interesting thing watching Jason Voorhees with circus music in the background. Not nearly as scary.
I don't know. Clowns are absolutely terrifying, if you ask me.
What is?
Clowns. Well, especially clowns with machetes and hockey masks, but
Zombieland must have been your nightmare.
Zombieland was something else. Anyway, Brett taking the second game, too.
With a pretty convincing win.
Select your character.
Oh, are we gonna get it? No.
Oh,
Nope, nope.
redacted
Nope.
mirrors? Oh,
They're
okay.
teasing us, audience. They're teasing us with it. I gotta say, I hate mirrors in this game, though.
They're really, really weird.
I don't mind it in a lot of games, but Divekick and Street Fighter cannot stand mirror matches. If you want to see a frustrating exchange, go to Street Fighter and play an El Fuerte mirror match.
Oh my god,
It's
that's
it's a game of chicken, followed by whoever does a quesadilla bomb a quarter second sooner loses.
Oh my god.
Sort of like the Kung Pao mirror we were discussing.
So Limey opens up with a headshot, using that lime green color.
That limey, I get it.
Ooh, double kill.
Uh-oh, what's going on here?
More pausing.
Good. It's a good thing this isn't Ultra. Yeah, or Marvel.
I think Brett should just take that. Ooh, this is really bad though.
Brad now simply trying to make the sacrifice by, gets out of dizzy at the last second. When you get stunned with Redacted, you just gotta throw yourself at the opponent, give up that life simply to avoid another headshot.
So, making the switch to dive, looking like a pretty damn
Very
good
much in his
switch.
favor.
Oh!
Brad decides for the plate, cost him bad.
Select your character.
My calculations point to victory. My hobby? Fight with powerful opponents, of course.
Are we real talking right now? Is this happening?
Seriously going for Kenny? Used him earlier.
Select
Tournament.
your duds.
Are you about to do some disgusting style? Or do you just have balls bigger than your afro? We'll get an answer to that soon, stream.
Oh!
Goodness. Oh, we got Redacted coming in. Dangerous thing about starting with Kenny is simply that you have to throw that first kick. And if you get shoals, or if you get stream, that is a serious commitment that might end the whole round for you.
Yeah, at least you can sort of option select at the beginning by holding kick to see if you're going to be getting Jafali.
Exactly. That is true.
Dive kick.
Oh, we got Uncle Sensei.
Oh, jeez.
That is a very interesting air cancel.
Round.
I don't think I've ever seen that before, actually. Oh, Markman.
Oh.
Let's just do
Oh,
it.
the element of surprise appears to be winning for SLG Bread. Oh, and there's Stream. Yet again, very vulnerable if that kick does not land.
Oh, yeah, just like that.
Round. 7. Dive kick.
Ooh, Kung
We
Pao.
got Kung Pao. Oh, that air cancel did not work out in his favor.
Round. 8. Dive kick.
And we got kick.
Ooh, this could be it.
Round.
Limey might even it out.
Dive kick.
We got Kung Pao for the last. Oh, he's gonna. Brad's gonna. Oh, and Brad takes it.
Yeah.
3-1. All right, somebody measure that afro. Brad takes it.
So, Bread's ball's proving to be enormous right now.
Equal to or greater than size of afro. That's a
Yeah.
mathematical equation right there.
Alright, so I think we're going to have the other side of loser semis here.
Where's Farhan? He promised me pizza.
Farhan? Where is Farhan? Oh, he's over on Smash. One of those TVs
Okay.
there. Alright, so
He
we
asked
got
me if I wanted pizza like 5 rounds ago, and I totally forgot about it.
Alphagans versus Red Sky Hypnosis coming up.
Jeff, you're on deck.
Long weekend.
Long weekend, oh man. I got home last night. I decided not to go out with anybody, or with everybody. Got home at 9. Thought to myself, you know what, maybe I should take one more energy drink, leave myself, power myself out until 1 and then fall asleep. And before I could even get to the energy drink, I fell asleep at 9 o'clock. Woke up at 2:15.
Oh, no. Couldn't get back to sleep, I'm
Could
assuming.
not get back to sleep. Went to sleep at about 6. Decided not to practice dive kick because I had left my PlayStation here.
I was going to practice some Uniel last night, but I didn't get home until 1 o'clock.
You practice what?
Under Night in Birth.
Oh, I thought you said Yu-Gi-Oh.
No.
What is that? What
No,
does
no.
that have to do with this?
Definitely not playing Yu-Gi-Oh. Not my kind of game. I've never really been fond of playing competitive children's games.
Hashtag lying streamer. You know what? I can't talk anything because real talk, I played Yu-Gi-Oh straight into the beginning of high school.
Oh, yeah.
And then I learned what the words peer pressure and bullying meant, and that kind of put a stop to that one.
Bullying people with your Exodia.
Oh no, getting bullied for showing it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll be even worse.
Wait, are you streaming it or recording?
I'm recording.
What's up? What's going on with Mystery? I haven't heard anybody get called out for that for a while.
You know what the games were?
I played some crazy.
You played that game too?
Yes.
Oh, I totally forgot to sign up to the mystery tournament. Oh.
Custom Robo, whatever it's called?
Yeah, it was basically GameCube Armored Core.
It's stupid. Did you have to like customize like right arm or something like that?
Thankfully, they just made us use all stock parts. Yeah, I'd say a combination of Bomberman and Armored Core. Probably a good representation.
That's all you played
What's that?
was in a single elimination.
Mystery? No, it's supposed to be double. I have no idea what's happened with it. I guess I may as well find out now while we're waiting for next players.
Alright, so we got Red Sky Hypnosis versus Alphakins.
Loses semis. Boom, 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 boom.
Select your character.
Red Sky Hypnosis, Dr. Scholl's main. Pretty solid.
My calculations point to victory.
Go with Markman though.
Select your choice.
Dive, going with the dive gem. Classic.
Your
It's good to get that extra jump height. Especially since Markman's jump is not very good.
Yes, from above. Round 1. Dive kick.
No idea what that does.
Pit.
You got oil spills.
Round 2. Dive kick.
Now
Avoid
he's
it.
got it. Go straight for the up kick.
Henderson.
Controller lock.
Round 3. Dive kick.
Return policy.
This is not really working out for Red
Round
Sky.
4. Dive kick. Henderson.
Oh, and the headshot.
Fraud detection.
You don't want to be dizzy against dive.
Detection warning.
Round
Pretty fraudulent right now.
dive kick.
And the shoe is red. Oh, and here we go. Are we going to see a fraud here?
Hurry up.
Oh.
Detected. Fraud detected.
Good job for not losing. Get the S rank.
Yeah,
Yes, from above.
definitely important to not lose.
Round 1. Dive kick.
Spit.
So Red Sky choosing to run it. Sets up the spring.
Oh, no smoke.
Round 2. Dive kick.
It's not a good placement for the smoke. Because he'll start off with that position next round.
Hurry up.
Shit. Is he going for the line? Oh. Too much camping.
3. Dive kick. Double
Oh,
KO.
the trade.
That up kick.
Round
Oh, I believe he loses the meter. Yes, he does.
Controller lock.
Perhaps a little overly concerned with getting those
round
items.
5. Dive kick.
This stare
Camping
down.
here.
Hurry up.
Oh, we're going for a line battle.
Really patient play from both players right there.
6. Dive kick.
Avoids that pit.
Return policy.
Round 7. Dive kick. Dive wins.
That enhanced footwork there.
So Alfkin's up 2 games right now. Red Sky really
Your
needs to,
character.
I think, pick somebody else.
Select your gem.
Going with Choles this time, his actual main. I think this is a much better choice. He's got more mobility with Scholes and doesn't have to rely so much on gimmicks.
think beats the height, right? Schultz has a better jump.
She has a really good jump.
So there we go.
Really good jump, and she can cancel her kick. Gonna do another kick.
That mobility.
Round 2. Dive kick.
Ooh, that headshot.
Round 3. Dive kick. Round 4. Dive kick. Round 5. Dive kick.
He's full meter now. Let's see what he can do.
Dive kick. Round 7. Dive kick.
Ooh, double KO.
Round 8. Dive kick.
So right now, the switch is looking pretty good for Red Sky.
Dr. Stars wins.
And the character select pays off.
Yes, from above. Round 1. Dive kick. Headshot.
Headshot.
Round 2. Dive kick.
T-bag.
Ooh, so slow while dizzy. At least no longer dizzy though.
Dive kick.
Alphakin's being really aggressive right now. Really paying off for him.
Round 4.
Half a meter left.
Dive kick.
Berserk.
Ooh. There's our match point here.
Match point.
Fraud detection warning.
And a fraud as well.
Detection warning.
Round 5. Dive kick.
Can it be averted?
Ooh.
Fraud detected.
And Red Sky is unfortunately fraudulent.
And eliminated. Is it Losers Final? The next match.
All right, so we got Bread versus Alphakins coming up now. It's going to be Dive versus Redacted. So winner of this next match will fight Xavier in Losers Finals for a chance to take on Mike is My Ike in Grand Finals. well enough.
Waiting on losers semis.
Are you waiting for Fred? Is that what it is?
Yeah, he's setting up the mystery game.
Oh, I see.
Oh man. Wow, they ran so many events at this tournament. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. A lot of shit going on in 2 days.
Yep. Really glad he took the time to include Divekick though. That's awesome, supporting the community for that.
Oh yeah, well, especially since they're sponsored by Iron Galaxy too.
Yeah.
Like that's really awesome.
Yo, huge thank you to Iron Galaxy for sponsoring us and donating those 2 very nice controllers.
Yeah, they're really sweet.
They rock. They made the one true game. Are those characters from Unio?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's we have 2 top tiers and like mid tier.
Nice. I caught it
actually,
on,
this guy won our UNIL tournament,
Oh wow.
so
Yeah, I caught some of it on Twitch. I didn't know what it was, but it looked pretty, so I watched a little bit of it.
Oh,
That character is hilarious.
I love his flailing arms
Like,
so
he's
much.
Alien Dulcim.
Yeah, he's like Dulcim, merged with like those like angels from Evangelion.
I have never seen Evangelion.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. It's definitely not a show for everybody, but it is a good show.
Up there with the great anime classics, according to a lot of people.
Yeah, oh yeah, like Bible Black and Boku no Pico.
I've heard of those, and I hear that they're...
What?
Aren't they those animes that people, like, if someone asks, hey, what anime should I show my friends to get them into anime, and then all the trolls answer Boku no Pico and
Yeah.
Bible Black is because they're, I don't know, aren't those pornographic?
Oh, they are very
Oh,
pornographic.
yeah, okay. Well, I'm glad not to have seen them.
Boku no Pico, I guess the big troll with Boku no Pico is that you watch it, and maybe you don't realize that that chick's actually a guy.
Alright, that's all I need to know,
Yeah.
not watching that one.
Yeah, so anybody who watches this video later, you'll know whether you should or should not watch Boku no Pico.
Public service announcement.
Yeah. I apologize to all the Twitch trolls. I've just spoiled all of your fun.
Oh, man. Looks like Brad is still organizing Mystery Tournament semifinals.
What are they playing?
Sorry?
What are they playing? What is that?
I have no idea. I'm gonna go check.
I can't see it from here. We're gonna find out what this mystery game is, because it's something on PC and 4-player, because I see 4 Logitech gamepads there. What is it?
So they're playing Speedrunners,
Oh
which
my
I
God.
believe is like a Mario Kart kind of.
I think so. That sounds right.
As far as I know, I think it's a Steam Mario Kart-ish game.
Yeah, there's a lot of Steam games that are just like rip-offs of classics that are still pretty damn good themselves.
Yeah, I hear it's very good. I have not played it myself.
I know I'm looking to buy one Steam game. I don't remember what it's called. It's basically they managed to make Sonic the Hedgehog more furry. I don't know how they did it, but they found a way.
Like furry as in cute furry?
As in like DeviantArt furry.
Oh.
So it's all like edgy looking teenagers in stylish clothing with like fox heads and shit like that. But the gameplay looks absolutely solid.
Oh. I play this game for the gameplay, I promise.
Yeah, no, like,
yeah.
it's the game that you're like, it's like, oh, what game do you play? Like, I was like, oh, I play this game. Yeah. It's like, isn't that really, really furry Sonic the Hedgehog game? No, it's just Sonic. It's just Sonic. They're all humans, or wearing human clothing.
A little bit suspect, I think.
Yeah, I know. I get kind of disappointed when I see furries in very stylish clothing. It's like, just draw a fucking guy. Or do a fox that's just like standing there naked. Like, come on.
Well,
Like,
you know, one of the...
there's a such thing as over-designing.
I'm not sure if Fox McCloud counts as a furry, but I think he's very elegantly designed. I like Fox
He
McCloud's design.
definitely counts as a furry, but looks good.
Yeah, he really does.
He has his own style that's not like, you know, he doesn't look like some trendy like 16-year-old
Yeah, I think that's the big difference.
kid. You know, he's not like the new Sonic the Hedgehog with his scarf and his bandages.
Sonic has a scarf now?
Oh, you haven't seen Sonic Boom?
No.
Oh my god, yeah, no. Sonic has, his legs are like double the length of his body, and he's wearing a nice hipster scarf, and he's got bandages all over his arms and feet. And
just because they're cool.
The best is Tails is wearing headphones around the side of his head. His ears are sticking up top, but he's got these useless ass headphones.
That's amazing.
Just sitting there. And
It's just in, Tails' ears are actually holes on the side of his head.
some kind of turtle. And Knuckles is like double the size of everybody. He's just like...
Oh, because he has to be the big beefy character?
He's just like jacked up. I think
Wow.
it's done by the guys that made Crash Bandicoot. So
Okay.
it looks ridiculous.
Well, I might have to look that up just so I can see it. Wow, Smash is super hype over there.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh, I think they're doing casual matches and someone is playing Ike. Oh, wow.
Yeah, look at Sonic's freaking legs. It's literally the same size. This is his torso and head together.
Man, that's...
And yeah, Tails. Alright, let me see if I can find the picture with his goggles. Or his headphones.
I don't like that Knuckles design. It feels off because he has the same size head on a body that's like 5 times bigger than what it usually is.
Yeah, it's and Amy looks like a little whore.
Amy seems very well, yeah, trendy, I guess is the word.
Yeah.
Like,
look at this. Is that fucking Sally? God, I hate Sally.
I don't know my Sonic characters well enough.
She's from the Saturday morning cartoon show.
Wait, do they all have bare midriffs?
No, actually none of them do.
Really?
I think they're just belts.
Oh, okay. Okay, because if they had done that, I would have been disappointed. Are we good? All right, finally. Looks like loser semis is about to happen.
All right.
Brad has dibbed the right side. I guess he likes being player 2.
Oh yeah, here we go. Utterly useless headphones. He's doing it Chris G style.
Yes, definitely. Does Chris G actually hear things through his headphones, or does he just wear them for show?
I think it's just he doesn't want to sit them around his neck when he's playing.
Oh.
So he probably actually wears them. Not like
Oh.
I know the guy personally or anything, but
Yeah.
it
Alright.
seems like it's a comfort issue.
Yo, looks like we got game
All right,
one.
so we got the
Is
match
this game
starting
one?
here.
Yeah, redacted.
Yeah, so they're just
Alright.
gonna go right into it. Then.
The names are reversed though. Alpha Kansas
Oh yeah,
Dive.
right. Yeah, Brett definitely playing redacted here.
Yep. Smash Logic's very own Bread. Now Redacted definitely loses the race to Kick Factor. She is very scary when in Kick Factor, but builds meter much slower than most other characters. So especially against someone like Dive, who has a lot of safe meter building options. Playing the Kick Factor game is not ideal.
No, definitely not.
Looks like Alphakin's off to a great... Oh, and Commentator's Curse right there. Sheesh. Gets a little bit antsy, and Brad manages to take a second point. As we've said before, Divekick is an extremely volatile game.
Oh yeah, when you think you're in the lead, you're never actually in the lead.
No, and just like that, it's tied at 3-3. Now, Alphakin's on the verge of Kick Factor again, but, I think Brad was trying to pressure him so he could either catch that Kick Factor activation kick and drain all his meter, or just avoid it, prevent him from activating it at all. And I think all of Alphakin's points were won in Kick Factor in that game. So I think his strategy is definitely to space Brad out until he can get that movement boost, and then just use it to overwhelm Redacted. Not actually sure what the general consensus on this matchup is, but personally I find it difficult as Redacted, just due to the nature of Dive's angle. And
What other characters does Brett play?
I know he has a dive. He uses that against some shoals and senseis, I believe, because he doesn't like the headshot chains. Even though traditionally Redacted is considered to have significant advantage over shoals. But Brad doesn't like that factor in the matchup, where if he gets headshot once, then he risks losing the whole thing. Alright, looks like we got 1-1 here. Brad with a headshot.
Oh,
and
double
he's
kill.
in the vortex. That's how it starts. Now against a headshot opponent, Redacted is...
Oh my god.
Wow,
That
Brad
didn't
is a
even look like a
monster
headshot
right now.
that time.
Alright,
Oh,
that's going to be a
okay.
win, but not a headshot. So Alphagans definitely has a chance to bring this back. Redacted in Kick Factor. The key is...
Oh
and
my God.
excellent play from Brad
Really
right there.
solid round there.
That was some excellent adaptation on Brad's part.
Shoutouts to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Love that quote. Part 3 going on right now, actually. Every Friday.
Alright. Yo, Brad is making some progress in this match. I think he's realized that playing the Kick Factor game is not in his favor, and he's just going for that more traditional pressure. Excellent play from Brad right now. Alphagans is on the verge of Kick Factor, though, so this could change things around. Oh, Brad keeping on the pressure, though. Now, if he had ducked there instead of jumping back, he could have used the reverse dive to punish that kick. Oh, and Redacted's strong hitbox coming out on top
so
there.
fast, too.
Yeah, Kick Factor Redacted is one scary beast. Alright, Alphagun sneaks over. Kick Factor almost done for Brad. Now, Redacted is at her absolute weakest, barring a headshot, of course, right after she exits Kick Factor, because she can't actually crouch until she's built 3 kicks worth of meter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the crouch is the only special in the game that actually builds meter when you use it, but you can't use it unless you have 3 kicks. So Alphakin's again on the verge of Kick Factor.
You need to build meter to get meter to build meter.
Exactly. It's It's an investment.
Yeah.
Alphagans might take this one. But if Brad can keep up his good...
On the verge.
Oh, excellent jump back kick from Brad.
This is going to be a really important round.
And he's in kick factor right now.
Oh,
Beautiful bait.
Brad goes up a game.
I have to say I'm impressed. Brad is playing this matchup very well. Oh, it looks like he's feeling himself a little bit. He's pretty happy. Alphagan's looking very serious.
Definitely doesn't want to go out like this.
No. Brad
Wants that
overextends.
paper.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying. Alphagans definitely wants that paper.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He can smell it.
He's not satisfied with 4th place.
No.
He shouldn't be. Always shoot for the top.
No, I got 4th place in UNL, and I think I'm the only one here who actually owns the game. So I was pretty salty about that. Actually, no, I think the two guys in grand finals both own the game.
Wow, that's good.
That's always important.
Oh, that was a fantastic use of the parabolic arc. He hasn't brought that out all set. Brad was not expecting that at all.
That's actually the first time I've seen Dive use it. Like this
Yeah,
entire
all
tournament.
You're right. All right, Alphagan's on game point right here and on the verge of kick factor. If Brad can... Oh, he's getting backed up but sneaks under. Oh, fantastic. Alphagans gets a little bit antsy trying to use that kick factor. It can actually cause you to mind game yourself into being overly aggressive. Oh, redacted strong hitbox coming out on top right there. Oh!
Alphagans takes that, evens it up.
Either one of those exchanges could have given them the point. Or rather, any of those exchanges with the narrow misses could have given them the point. Alright, game 5 hype right now.
Round 2, dive kick.
Looks like that round rattled Brad a little bit. Instead of well, forget anything I was about to say. He doesn't look rattled at all.
No.
That's with a headshot,
Right
and
back.
it turns around. Oh, and that is the danger of being overly aggressive. Even though they move more slowly, their kicks still come out on frame 1. Brad building meter. Yo, this is tight. Oh, that was an unfortunate time to crouch right there. Oh, looks like they're both going
Both in
to
kick factor.
kick factor show off right now. Oh, the headshot by Brad. This could be what he needs to turn it around. He's definitely got the momentum right now.
Still has a little bit of kick factor.
He puts the pressure on.
Not going in too
He has
hard.
Alphagan's cornered. Now if he gives it up only to draw Alphagans into his trap, saying now I'm in the corner and now you're dead. Tied at 3-3, relatively even meter right now. Oh, an anxious kick by Brad gets stuffed by Alphagans. Alphagans on set point. Oh, the wall cling dumps all his meter there. Oh, and Alphagans with the win.
Red is
A
out.
close game. And I have to go play Alphagans now. So
All right. Good luck. All right. Sevier up against Alphagans now. So I believe now we're in losers final. Better double check that actually. Yeah, that was ridiculous.
That last match, that was sick. So here we are, losers finals. Alphakins with his dive, Savvy with his Kung probably. Kung's pretty hard for Dive to deal with. I'd imagine he'd be going dive jump just to try to get to top of her. But if Kung's careful, she won't get trapped. Winner for this match is guaranteed $50. Third place taking home a cool 20. Let's see what they got. Well, we see an Ari. That's probably an input error. I don't imagine he was going for it.
Oh, are these button checks?
Oh, I guess they were button checks. Well, specials work.
Definitely hit dive and kick at the same time. That's always important.
And he had meter for the special, and the special did work, so we're good to go. Kong with her traditional tournament final black patties. We'll see if it was the right choice for her today.
Is that how it usually goes?
It changes every day. Yeah, clean underwear for a clean match. So that was just Kong underestimating Dive's height potential, try to get out of the way, but didn't quite get there in time. Both approaching kick factor here. Kong gets it first. She's going to try to get it. Nope. Couldn't put enough pressure on. Standing off. Kong went for unreactable, but she was out of range. Dive gets the punish. Kong skips. Can she run out the meter? She does. So just gonna back to neutral. She'll probably open up a portal. She's on the other side. Just takes the round down. 2-1. So Dead's gonna try to focus mostly on cornering Kong. Get the meter.
Two portals.
Well, you're just resetting it.
Yeah.
She uses it so she doesn't accidentally go into meter or kick factor too soon.
Oh, I see.
That's what Savvy likes to do. Just also puts the pressure on too. She set her end on the line too, so if she had to at the timeout, she could hide inside the portal, and it would count as her being on the line.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's smart shit right there.
Headshot takes advantage of the round. Not a second headshot though, so that's good for Alphakins. Kung doesn't have a meter immediately for her air special, so Luke doesn't have to worry about it quite yet. But 4 more kicks and he'll be active again. Now Dive was in the unreactable range there, so he had to move to get out of the way, but Kung was able to realize that too. Oh, just missed. Now the portal's in the corner, so on startup, he won't see it, so he has to make sure he remembers it's there. Oh, kick factor, bad activation. Avoided the headshot with a portal crack kick there. So that's pretty clutch, but still has to fight through this kick factor. Oh, there we go. That does it. Game 1 to Savvy. So it looked like a pretty solid match from both players.
Yeah.
They both were able to do what they want. Kick factor, Dive was a little too aggressive. He got caught out of place a little bit. But, oh, quick headshot here to start round 2. Gotta be careful not to fall into too much habits off the start of a round. A lot of people just like to do a couple quick dive kicks to build meter off the start, and it looked like Savvy recognized that and just went straight in. Oh, and same thing right there. Savvy was getting a little too comfortable with this position, and it's a headshot for it. Dive wasn't able to capitalize. He was just playing it safe because it's
Ooh, that reaction.
That was sick. Just outside of unreactable range, was able to get a second headshot. I was just saying, when you have a headshot opponent, it's the worst thing ever to get too cocky and just go in hard, and you get hit by it.
Yeah.
Kong was a little too slow on that one. Dive able to get a third headshot now.
That happens so much at Rebel 2. I remember people just going in hard once they get dizzy and just getting punished for it.
Looks like Luke's gonna bring it back. Kong has some work to do. Just letting his kick factor out. Oh! Fortunately, takes a headshot. Kong can bring it back here. It's much easier for Kong to punish while concussed than it is for Dive.
double kill.
He's gonna have to try to run away here. Oh, the portal's still in the background. Does he remember? Does he know it's still there? Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, maybe it's not there.
No, it wasn't there. I think that was the last game where
I was just looking for the portal. That was a close game too, 9 rounds. Let's see if the Africans can bring it back in game 3. Straight back into it.
nice shot from Alpha.
Oh, Kung went in a little too hard there. Nice kick back and headshot punish. You notice Alphakin hasn't been using his specials too much. You can use it to bait out a kick from Kung, but he just likes going for the kick factor, and that's pretty smart. Just if you can't use the meter effectively with the specials, it's good to put the pressure on. Misses the punish there, but still gets her in the corner.
Headshot though.
Double kill up 3-0. This isn't looking good. Or it is looking good. Depends who you're cheering for.
Yeah.
In the corner again, she gets away. Didn't too hard. Pops the kick factor once again. Kung has her air special. Oh! Looked like it should have been a draw. Kung with her narrow hitbox. And just a snake one. Bad positioning by Dive, and it's 3-3 with headshot, and going into kick factor 2. This could be a 3-0 here.
That's looking really grim right now. He's got kick, or just about, or in kick factor.
Yep.
Right at the end.
Full meter. Dev needs to,
Yeah.
Dev needs to catch her getting greedy, make it 4-4. Got the portal. Out of meter though, so he survives. Headshot here could be in the round. Oh! Portal could come into play here. Kick factor, 2 seconds, 1 second. Oh! He tries to dive to get the punish. 1 more second on the clock. That would have been a kill for Dive. 3-0 for Savvy. Well played. So we're going into grand finals here. Mike is my Ike versus Savvy. I just wanted to give a shout out to Iron Galaxy one more time for supplying us with those awesome 2-button custom-made controllers. Really appreciate the support. Just a reminder to all you who's watching, Edition Plus is coming out soon for PS1, or sorry, PS4, not PS1, Xbox One.
not PS1.
Not PS1, not yet. Maybe next time. I'll be coming out soon, featuring Johnny Gat as the new character.
Oh, sweet.
And if you already have it on PS3 or Steam or Vita, free upgrade. Free upgrade. You don't need to buy it again. So it's awesome.
They've been doing a lot of awesome stuff. Like Edition being a free upgrade was really nice.
Keeping the community alive, and who knows, maybe we'll be at EVO. We esports. All right, thanks,
that
guys.
would be sweet.
So yeah, we'll try to start right away. We'll see if anyone else wants to come.
So yeah, as Mike was saying, Mike's coming up. He's in winners. Xavier coming in from losers bracket. They're about to get the match underway. Just getting some logistics sorted out first.
Select your character. This is not the situation. Break into some baby turkey. Select your breed. Select your duds. This from above. Round 1, dive kick. Disqualified! Defeated! Round 2. Dive kick!
So these are just some warm-ups here. I'll hop right in. Did you want to commentate with me?
Sure. Like,
Fantastic.
I don't know much about the game.
That's all right. We got stream manager Tyler here, and myself, Brett. I actually started this whole tournament. I brought it in for my own blood. But actually, I'm here. I entered Divekick. I love Divekick, and I'm happy that Iron Galaxy sponsored us. It's fantastic. The controllers are awesome, and they've got a lot of hype. And anyways, we'll go right into it. These guys are just warming up right now, but we got Mike is my Ike, returning champion from last Salt Flats, against Xavier, who wasn't here last time, but they do compete. Mike is Mike hosts regular online Sunday weeklies, and actually gets some pretty high level players. It gets people like Perry the Lightning, Fuzzmosis, some of the top 8 in the world type guys that win tournaments, Fialaga, like just some crazy people.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So he's really well known out there, and I don't know if he still is, but for a while he was like the top. Mike and Mike was like the top Kung Pao in the world. That might have been like a leaderboards thing. I don't know if it was disputed. I really don't know. I just know that it was at one point some kind of fact. And then Xavier he's just a local Calgary guy, but he has won a few of the weeklies in the past featuring Mike, and including featuring Perry the Lightning before the S-Kill nerf. So that is actually very significant. These guys should be incredibly well matched. Did they play in winners finals?
Let me double check.
They must have. I feel like they must have.
I think they did.
Yeah. So that's gonna be. If you can get one of those guys, like I'm gonna be here. So, I mean, this is gonna be really hype.
Back from winners finals.
Yeah. Okay. This is a run back. So, Mike seems to have the edge here. I don't know if they're still going full Kung. I know they both were going full Kung for a while. I don't know if that's gonna remain the same or if Xavier threatens Mike. I'm not sure if it's gonna become. We're just getting the announcement, then we're getting going.
All right.
All right.
Maybe just a bit further away from your mouth.
Yeah? All right, I can't tell.
Well, it's hard to tell because, like, you see when you're talking normally, it like goes up to about here,
Yeah.
and then when you speak up, it goes.
Oh, I get really hyped. All right. And I might get hyped for this, actually. I really love watching top-level dive kick. Top-level dive kick is amazing.
No, dive kick is really interesting to watch.
Yeah. So let's see. All right, we're going to have Kung mirrors. This is what we wanted. Well, I don't know if we wanted it, but Kung mirrors are actually
I like Kung Pao a lot.
Well, her kick hitbox is really tiny but very horizontal, which when mirrored with another one, the overlap is very small, so you have to be incredibly precise in this ditto.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Alright, so let's see what happens here. Oh, immediate headshot from Mike. Oh, that's gonna really hurt. I don't know what Kung can do in a ditto with headshot. You're just so much slower. Oh, you can go under though. All right, Mike got the portal set up. He's gonna just build meter. He's comfortable with that. Ooh, taps the knee. Taps the knee. Mike has a lot of meter right now, and that's gonna make Xavier suffer a lot, especially with kick factor here. Yeah. Not much you can do to get away from that as Kung.
Yeah, it's just not as many options when just fighting yourself.
Yeah. Well, the higher jump, like whoever is higher wins, and having the high jump from this meter is just it's a huge advantage. Getting that headshot, let him build meter, and it pretty much ended there. Oh wow!
Oh my god!
Wow! All right, that portal was real freaky. But we have Mike going up on a convincing 1-0. That was really solid, but I think a lot of it came down to the headshot. So I think if we see that again without the headshot, it might be a lot closer. I'm wondering Xavier might be considering a character change, maybe. Sitting here for a while. Ooh.
Yeah, going right to character select.
I wonder, you could go Kung and almost do Dive Gem in this matchup? Ooh, Redacted. Alright, actually, last tournament, Rebel 2, I played Xavier in Grand Finals in a Redacted Mirror. He won! He's quite proficient with it, so I'd love to see how this goes. This matchup is incredibly... I want to say it's a little bit in Redacted's favor, but it's incredibly stressful for both sides because you win if you win on the reaction on either side. You just have to be quicker. So at all times you want to be safe but aggressive. And Redacted builds meter really slow in this matchup, so yeah, that's gonna hurt him a lot. Although I've beaten Mike in a set before, well headshot, because your jump being slightly lower is almost better against Kung Pao.
Is it easier to sniper?
Yeah, I don't know about kick factor though. Like, look at how fast that is. That's. Oh, there it is.
Kick jam too,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, kick jam. It just. Kung Pao is crazy fast. Alright, let's see here. Let's see if Xavier can make some kind of comeback. Oh, alright. Like a little bit of a crazy, dangerous lean forward, just trying to bait him into doing something. Ooh, the wall jump. Oh, timer's running out. Oh! Double KO. Yeah. That's actually, Xavier really needed that because it burned Mike's meter. It got rid of the portal. Oh. It was really good for Xavier until that point.
Yeah, now it's really looking pretty grim.
Looking at getting frauded here. That's grand finals with frauds. Let's. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
All right.
Didn't get the double fraud.
Yeah, don't get frauded. Don't get frauded. All right. Just playing footsies. Xavier's really got to make some kind of aggressive move though, because the way that Mike's just building meter, he gets it for free. There's nothing. Xavier's just stuck. Oh, nice duck. Playing timer. It seems like playing against the timer. It seems like playing against the timer is actually a really decent strategy here. It's just that you can't just letting Kung Pao get the meter just makes it almost impossible for Redacted to act. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see another character switch. I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest, even if it's just back to Kung. Oh, really?
Oh, rematch. Okay.
That was not. I don't know. I don't think that was favorable enough for a rematch. That's. We'll see how it goes. Oh, that was so close. Is it? Oh, accidental pause. That happens. Well, I know those controllers. Accidental pauses happen.
That's been happening quite a bit throughout the tournament.
I did it a lot because you hit the controller in frustration, and then you hit the pause. It's like, oh well, I don't use fight sticks all the time. I didn't realize pause is on the back of it.
Oh, okay, that's what that is.
Yeah, pause is on the back side on fight sticks, right?
Yeah, on the a lot of the fight sticks. The combos, it's on the side.
Oh, really?
Or on the front, but just on the side of the stick.
Oh, Xavier did a really good job forcing Mike to blow his meter, but couldn't quite capitalize on it. Oh, no. Looking at another fraud. Xavier, you can do it!
Fraud detection warning.
What's that? All right. Oh, and that's it. That's great. That's Divekick. Grand Finals, everyone. Thank you to Iron Galaxy. It was amazing of you to provide for us. Good job to Mike. That was a very convincing Grand Finals.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to thank Wolfware, Extra Life Gaming, Level Up, and of course Smash Logic and Iron Galaxy for all helping make this happen. This is it was necessary, and all of them here were fantastic people. So thank you.
All right, man. Thank you, Brett.
Yeah. Signing out.
All right, this is Tyler signing off. Thanks for watching, guys, and hope to see you again soon.